So we need to start making sense of all this. So here to help me make some sense, I'm going to bring in Ronnie Herman. Maybe we can start with what is going on. First of all, before we get to the adults, what is going on in schools? From what you've seen in your experience, what are kids being taught about this kind of thing? I remember what I was taught with sex education. I was taught about STDs, and I was taught about how you get pregnant. I was taught what menstruation was, and blah, just the basics and blah blah blah. And I was also taught how to protect yourself, and I was taught something nice about the emotion to look after yourself emotionally and stuff like that. What do you think? What's going on today in schools? Can you shed some
Well,
light on that?
yes, absolutely. So parents think that this is just a component of sex ed, right? That this is just going to be a one-time thing. Someone's going to come in and they're going to teach this 1 hour of sex education, which, like you were saying, typically happens. But what parents need to know is this sexual things that they are teaching kids is through everyday programming in every single class. It's the posters on the wall, it's the experts that come in, it's the pronouns on your shirt, it's the slow rollout from when I was in education. It first started with pronouns, the education. Anybody who wrote report cards, school-based team meetings, any resource forms that had a student's name on it in 2019, it had to be changed to a pronoun. We could not say he or she. It had to be it, they, or the child's name. And that's when this slow rollout came into 2020.
Sorry, did you say it? It?
Yeah, so we were not allowed to say he or she. So that's when the gender pronouns started coming in of 2000. So I resigned in 2021, 2020, 2019, 2020 is when the pronouns started rolling in before COVID was launched.
Oh.
So we were already introducing to the kids pronouns, right? We can't refer to you as how you typically would talk to a child. The boy and the girl, or he and she went swinging together. We weren't allowed to use that type of language. Or in report card writing, I couldn't say, Simon did really well. He was achieved this benchmark of blah, blah, blah. I could not say he.
Oh my gosh. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Well, no, because it was a slow roll in. So the slow roll in came in as getting teachers on board, getting school staff on board is this is the new way we're going to do things, because the legislation in Victoria is citing that we have to do this for school records, right? So then they get all the teachers to adapt to it, new way of thinking, and then bammo, we're in, COVID land where everybody's got a gender pronoun sticker. What's your gender today? First, it started off with, he, she, or sorry, it, they, and then it went to they, them, and I can't even keep up. We're at 1,000 or more.
You had to actually use, I've heard of this, the them, the z, the zer, I've never heard it. I've heard of they and stuff like that, but I didn't know you couldn't write a report card and put, Bobby's doing really great. He really excels at,
No, we weren't allowed to. No.
Okay.
We're allowed to. So,
and what that does is that also gets the kids used to it, right? Like, okay, I got to choose my pronoun, and it just totally gets the kids' brains just down that road.
We do, but I think in the beginning, when you say it, go get your homework.
Oh God.
The first thing when someone says to me, who I maybe worked with for a whole year, right? It, go get your homework. The first thing is, what do you call me it for? My name is Joey. Hey, we hang out, we play basketball, or whichever it is. First one's very disrespectful.
It sounds so disrespectful.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm a human. This is my name. This is my family. And it's very disrespectful. And then you get the child rolling into the gender pronouns. And then it's the posters. And then it's the puberty blockers getting transgender peers coming in. Rah, rah, rah. Everybody jump in. The BCTF coming in, doing their curriculum on hidden behind doors, everybody sign in on the whiteboard, whatever happens in the room, don't say it out loud. Then you have Health Canada actually coming out and saying to teachers, do not tell parents about the gender pronoun or a different identity in the classroom, because parents can be a safety concern. We are trying to stop the exploiting of children through predatory behavior. I think the trans movement is, sorry to say, it seems to be a lot of grooming predator behavior. If trans adults seriously want to just have their own interactions with adults, that's fine. But why are trans adults not okay with kids being exploited? Why are they thinking it's okay? If you're an adult and this is your sexual preference, then why are you so opposed to someone standing up for kids who doesn't want exploitation, puberty blockers? The whole transgender movement is mostly aimed at girls, young girls, and it's mostly aimed at autistic people.
Oh.
And girls have a more issue with body image, you know, awkward pimples, puberty, all of these things. So it's aimed at them. And I do believe that this is a strong attack on the divine feminine, because the women later on are the ones who reproduce, who have families. So if you got a boy and a girl who have lopped off their body parts, they're no longer producing eggs or sperm, there is no reproduction. So later down the road, this serves the purpose of depopulation, because these kids who've undergone these operations are not having families later. They're not having boys or girls. Now what's happening is these, I like to call them psychopaths, globalist psychopaths, is that they have found their moneymaker. Their moneymaker is fertility clinics. Because if you don't have these young kids who turn into adults who have kids, they want to have kids. Well, where do you get them? Fertility clinic, like Dolly the sheep. Grow your baby in a sack, test tube, whatever.
You know,
that is the hugest money. And then there's girls who are so desperate to have their breasts cut off and have a penis attached that they are starting GoFundMe pages. And they're getting money, thousands of dollars.
Then you have a pharmaceutical candidate for life, a pharmaceutical customer for life, if you push this agenda.